Hello, welcome to our city. It's good to have you. I'm going to very quickly go over the Colts free agency, and then we're going to talk about extensions. I apologize. This is going to be pretty quick. It's 2 a.m. It's also hard to film longer form content in my parents' house, and so it's we're working with what we can here. But just to start off, should I make this video now or should I do it tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'll have a little bit more time. I'll be more energized. No, we'll do it now. Just because hopefully the Colts will sign some more deals, some more players. They won't, and if they do, it's going to be basically more of what we've done already, but, we'll do it now in hopes that they do. But just to start off, it's a black hoodie. They say black looks slimming, but I'm the exception, as it turns out. But no. To start off, we will discuss a very controversial player, a guy who I had mixed feelings on, a guy who I'd argue most fans have pretty mixed feelings on. He's a complex player. He has his goods. He has his bad. He came in basically off the street for us. He did well, and I don't know. Some fans think he got overpaid for that. Others think he's underpaid. Some think this is a steal. Others want to go to Lucas Oil Stadium and riot. I'm of course talking about the one, the only Blake Groupie, our kicker for all of 5 games. In all seriousness, this is fine. He got signed to 1 point. Who gives a shit? He's a kicker. I have respect for them because they're in the NFL. And they're doing something I and 99% of the world can't. But, I have no interest in talking about this. I actually trust our special teams coordinator for once to make the right decision. And so, if he thinks Groupie's our guy, then yeah, I trust him. So, we'll see. Maybe I'm proven wrong. He was really rough in New Orleans. And so, I'm hoping there's an upper tier, like, middle New Orleans Colts. I'm hoping, it's a step above the middle, just because perfect is not... I phrased that terribly. I'm sorry. I'm too tired to edit this. I'll just say, hopefully he doesn't kind of regress to the mean, because, I think he is better than what he was in New Orleans, but at the same time, he's not going to be perfect. The mean is not a great player, but the kind of upper half of that mean is. And so, let's just hope he's that rather than kind of the in-between or New Orleans Blake Groupie. Also, Spencer Schrader's still on the team, so Groupie might not even make it through camp. But as for the next trade, I did make a video on this. It's going to be much better analysis than what I'm about to do here. So if you want to go check out that, I'd recommend you do. If you don't, obviously, totally fine. I'm just grateful you're here. But the Colts traded Zaire Franklin for Colby Wooden. I don't love this deal. It's not bad enough to... I'm trying to think of the guy's or his username to give him credit. It's the "do not come to my town" guy, the the European guy talking about Santa. It's not bad enough to say, like, don't be on the team, please, but it's not, like, good. Colby Wooden is a decently young defensive tackle, but he's also really bad. Zaire Franklin is a little bit older, but he's at least playable, and so, yeah, it's not great. He's also Wooden, that is replacing a player in Neville Gallimore, who is really good. And in fact, this is probably more of a testament to how bad Wooden is. But in 1 year, as a backup 3-tech, Neville Gallimore basically matched, if not substantially outdid, Colby Wooden's career production. And so, not great. Next up is the Michael Pittman trade. This one sucks. I really like Pittman. He seems like just a really cool dude. He played through us through thick and thin, literally played through us with a broken back, played with us with a broken back. And so, yeah, it sucks to see him gone. You know, this is a guy I've watched for years now. He's been here since basically the start of my fandom. And so, you know, it sucks to see him go. As for the more cold-hearted Owen's feelings, it's good to get that contract off the books. I just don't have much else to say. I mean, I'm worried that this will negatively harm our run game. Pittman is a very good run blocker. The Colts don't do Taylor outside a ton, but when they do, Pittman ends up doing a really good job. He's also a very good down the field blocker as well, and so, you know, that's something that's tough to replicate. And, you know, it's a little thing, but in my opinion, it's pretty impactful. He's also just a big target that our recently injured quarterback could focus on. But yeah, if Pittman was not on the huge contract he is on, I feel different about this. But yeah, like it just sucks because this probably is the right move. I just hate to see it happen for Pittman. Also, I don't criticize Pittman for being on that contract. This is a testament to how bad Ballard is at GMing. Like, the fact for an 800-yard receiver is one of the best run-blocking wide receivers in the NFL. A guy who could potentially put up 1,000 yards. Like, if he put up 1,000 with Rodgers, I would not be super surprised. A guy who's that talented, we got a 6 back for. So, yeah, thanks, Chris. Also, we gave up a 7th, too, so we really didn't get much. Let's see. Oh, apparently the Steelers are predicted to add... Oh, draft. Anyways, sorry. Slight distraction. It's 2 a.m. I'll go over the free agencies signings first. We signed Michael Clemens. Michael Clemens is pretty communally hated by all Jets fans. Nobody that or at least nobody who commented on Colts Reddit, Colts Instagram, or Colts TikTok seemed to think he was very good. And seeing as he's coming from the Jets, that's a pretty low bar. And so, yeah. You know, I don't know a ton about him. I know he is a very penalty-prone player. I know that he's... Excuse me, I'm so sorry, my voice is leaving me. I know that he struggles against bootlegs, and I know that he's not a great run defender. In fact, if we go to PFF, I imagine it... Michael Clemens. If we go to PFF, I imagine it pretty much echoes my feelings on him. Let's see. Last year, he was ranked 83rd out of 115 edges, 82nd out of 115 pass rush, and 81st out of 115 in run defense. 12 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 7 assists, 0 forced fumbles. 16 hurries, 4 hits, 22 total pressures, and 2 batted passes, which is pretty good. Like, that's a skill. We'll see if that... Looking at batted passes, I think this is the only year he's done it. Yeah, this is the only year he's... It's the only year he's had batted passes. Okay, so maybe that's not a skill, which for an edge it's fine. Even for a defensive tackle, that's a perk, not a necessary. But, yeah, I don't love it. I mean, if this is Ballard's idea of getting younger and faster, signing a 28-year-old edge who's never been all that productive, I'm pretty sure he had more fouls or flags against him than sacks last year. Like, if that's his idea of getting younger and faster, then I'm terrified to see what he does in the draft. Not really, but yeah, I don't love it. I'm half serious with this, and I'm half not. I almost would have rather kept Samson Ebukam, just because even after a torn Achilles, he was probably just about as good as Michael Clemens. Like, if we go look at Samson Ebukam, come on. He had 26 total tackles, 3 sacks, 4 assists, and he ranked 68th out of all edge rushers compared to 81st. And so, I don't know. I know Ebukam's a little bit older, 2 years older. Ebukam at least has the chance to recover a little bit more from that Achilles and do better. He might just get worse as he ages, like he's 31. Like, that would to be expected, but it takes you guys usually 2 years to recover from Achilles, and so I wouldn't be surprised if Ebukam came out and had a similar stat line, if not a little bit better of a stat line. Similar stat line with better efficiency, just because I imagine he's going to be benched behind like James Pierce. But yeah, this also could just be the bias I have towards Samson. I really like him. He seems like a really cool dude, and so maybe that's a little bit of bias on my end, but I don't love the deal. I'll see if I can find the number. A 3-year, $17 million deal. And that's $3 million a year. That's fine, I guess. His salary's also only guaranteed this year. That's fine. His cap hit is 4, 6, and 6. Yeah, okay. So, I don't know. I don't love that we're not willing to spend at edge, and the times we do spend, it ends up being Michael Clemens and Arden Key, who we will talk about now. Yeah, I don't love it. Like, it's basically the same with Michael Clemens. Like, he's just mid. He's a backup edge who was not loved by fans and has not really put up a ton of production. I mean, if we go look at Arden Key's PFF page, which I'm doing PFF specifically just because it has stats, he had 6 solo tackles, 5 sacks, 8 assists. He was ranked as the 70th edge out of 115, 56 in pass rush, 24th in run defense. Year before that, 40th, 48, 38. Year before that, 50, 40, 71. Yeah, he's older. He's getting worse. I mean, like, he's 29. Like, what are we doing? Can we not sign an edge who can be productive for us, just to put it bluntly? I mean, we're going to draft another edge after drafting one in round 2 last year, round 1 the year before that. And yeah, I don't know. It's just frustrating. I don't know how Ballard still has a job. This team's worse. This team doesn't have a first, and we're relying on the draft for basically everything. Ballard's not a good drafter. He has not had a good draft since, like, 2021. Like, I don't know. Arden Key and Michael Clemens does not sway my view much on this team, but it does reaffirm to me that Ballard's not a good GM, and we're likely going to go 6-11, 5-12. I mean, like, that's if Jones stays healthy. And actually, while we're here, Daniel Jones, 2-year, $88 million exception contract. Sorry, it's 2:30 a.m. now. Jesus Christ. 2-year, $88 million extension with up to $100 million possible. I thought I had his contract pulled up. Here we go. Worth up to $100 million with incentives, $50 guaranteed at signing, and $60 million guaranteed for injury. Why would that not be? But it is the biggest 2-year extension for a quarterback ever. If we go look. If we go look, it would put him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 as the 13th highest paid quarterback. That puts him in the range of Patrick Mahomes, who makes $1 million more than him, Jalen Hurts, who makes $7 million more than him. He's getting paid more than Matt Stafford, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Aaron Rodgers. Like, it's, I don't know. I know quarterbacks are going to be expensive, but I don't think 8 games is enough to justify paying a guy $45 million. Like, call me crazy, but 8 games of a quarterback who's been pretty bad for his whole career, and that's not including injuries, is not enough for me to pay a guy $44 million. And 8 games of a guy who ended his season with a career-altering injury, like that doesn't scream pay him $44 million to me. And so, I don't know. Even last year, he had a 1 touchdown to 1 turnover ratio. I mean, I just don't know, man. His weaknesses get worse, and his strengths potentially get negated. I mean, Jones is not good deep. This injury makes him substantially worse going deep. Most of his turnovers came from past 15 yards, and this injury is going to affect everything past 15 yards. Like, fuck, man. Yeah, I don't know. Thankfully, it's only 2 years. The rest, there's multiple dead years or whatever they're called. I don't know. So the signing bonus is pretty spread out. But, yeah. I just don't know. I'm also 99% sure I talked about the Pierce extension. I'm going to cry if I didn't. But, yeah, I just don't have a lot to say, because this is just clearly going to be a bad deal. I mean, Jones can be a good quarterback, but he's not a $40 million quarterback. I think his injuries might not make him a $30 million quarterback. I think his injuries might make him not even a top 25 quarterback. I mean, I don't know. This team hitched their wagon, whatever you want to say. This team hitched their wagon to an athletic raw quarterback who ended up being a major bust. After that, they pivoted to an often injured, inconsistent quarterback with a bad history. That quarterback got injured again, played bad against competition, and they paid him $44 million. I would have rather had Kyler for, I don't know. I know he just signed for a vet minimum, but I would have been willing to pay him more to poach him from the Vikings. Like, I'm sure, playing with Jefferson, Addison, and Hawkinson was the reason Kyler wanted to go there. But I would have been willing to pay Kyler to come to Indy. I would have been willing to pay Kirk Cousins to come to Indy. Like, I don't know. $44 million for a quarterback who has never proven himself to be very good is insane. Yeah. Like I said, injury affects Pierce. I don't know. This team relies on him, and this team is not very good, and Daniel Jones might not be very good at this point, so. But that's my thoughts. Basically, I kind of hate every move that they've made except the groupie move. The trades are if I'm being totally honest. If I'm being totally honest, or a sign of Ballard just kind of being a shit GM. The signings don't make sense. Oh, there was one more that was not on the thing. We signed Derek Nanati for like a vetman, which I don't know. I mean, I would have rather kept Eric Johnson and made Lou happy, which I don't know. Lou would have probably been like, I actually want Chris Jones as my backup nose tackle. Thank you. But I don't know. I would have rather kept like Eric Johnson or just signed Tim Smith from the practice squad. Like, like Nanati ranked as the last or not the last ranked, one of the worst ranked defensive tackles in the NFL. I mean, he had 11 solo tackles, 7 assists. Like, he's a backup nose, but I don't know. This team put themselves in a position to just be kind of hosed. And we're making signings that prove that we're pretty hosed. So, if we won't. But if we make a substantial signing, I'll make another longer video. I'll probably just make a short if it is, another Derek Nanati to a minimum type. But, yeah. Hopefully this all made sense. Like I said, it's 2:30 a.m. This is my 13th attempt at a video. I won't make that joke. But, yeah. I love you guys. Peace.